Forecasters are predicting another above-average hurricane season. Find out what St. Lucie County is doing to be prepared next on Inside St. Lucie. Hello and welcome to this edition of Inside St. Lucie, SLC TV's monthly government affairs show. I'm your host, Eric Gill, Communications Director for St. Lucie County. And on today's show, we're going to talk about hurricane season in our Public Safety Department with my guest, St. Lucie County Commissioner Larry Leet and Public Safety Director Ron Guerrero. But before we meet our guest, here's some upcoming events and announcements from the Board of County Commissioners. The St. Lucie Mets are back at Clover Park through the summer. For details on games and special theme nights, visit stluciemets.com. St. Lucie County's Rec and Roll is back visiting a different county park on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. throughout the summer. Bring the family out for these fun pop-up events hosted by St. Lucie County's Parks and Recreation staff. For locations, visit stlucieco.gov/calendar. Visit St. Lucie, the county's tourism office has partnered with area hotels and attractions to offer discounts to Treasure Coast residents. Check out visitstlucie.com/locals-only to see what discounts are available to create a staycation in your own backyard. For the latest updates about all St. Lucie County Commission meetings, workshops, and events, be sure to visit our website at stlucieco.gov and click on our comprehensive calendar located in the bottom right-hand corner. And if you'd like to be added to our press release distribution list, you can send us an email at pio@stlucieco.org. We'll be happy to include you. We're also on all the social media channels at St. Lucie Gov, so we hope you'll follow us there. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with the latest economic development stats. St. Lucie County's tourism revenue decreased by 26% in April compared to the same time frame a year ago. Year-to-date collections are 14% lower than last fiscal year. However, figures are nearly 44% above the 2019 numbers, which industry experts believe was the last normal year for travel. Overall building activity in unincorporated St. Lucie County increased by 35% in April, with 1,767 permits submitted compared to March's 1,305 permits. According to the Florida Realtors Association, the median home sale price in St. Lucie County in April was $403,500, 6% higher than it was a year ago, while condo values increased by nearly 5%, with the median condo price at $320,000. St. Lucie County's unemployment rate has been holding steady for the past 6 months, with April coming in at 3.9%. Statewide, the unemployment rate was 3.3%. The largest increase in the labor force in the Treasure Coast was in education and health services, followed by professional business services, and then construction trades. According to CareerSource, there were roughly 2,900 more jobs in our area, a 1.7% increase compared to 1 year ago. If you work for a local business looking for skilled or trained labor, be sure to contact the staff at CareerSource as they can assist your company with its recruitment and training needs. And if you're an individual looking for a job, they can help you as well. Visit the CareerSource online at careersourcerc.com or call 1-866-4U2-HIRE. Welcome back to Inside St. Lucie. I'm your host, Eric Gill, and I'm joined by St. Lucie County Commissioner Larry Leet. Commissioner, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And our Public Safety Director, Ron Guerrero.
Thank you for having me.
Ron, now I think if it's okay, Commissioner, we'll start with Ron because I think this is Ron's first time on the show, even though you've been here for a few years.
2 years already, yeah.
And we were just talking before the camera started rolling. Your first week on the job was a little hectic.
Yes, 10 days into it, we had about 3 tornadoes here in St. Lucie County. One that touched down on Spanish Lakes in the Port St. Lucie area, and another one over the west side of the county. But yeah, it was a very interesting.
I would say trial by fire, but we have those as well. This was a trial by wind and rain.
Yes, right? I'm used to those. So, but it was good. It's been great 2 years here in St. Lucie County.
And what about your background? You grew up in Florida?
Yeah, I was born in Puerto Rico. I moved to Florida in the early '90s. Been working in public safety government for 23 years at the local, state, and federal level. So I've had that blessing of working throughout those tiers, and I'm just happy to be in St. Lucie County.
So you're well familiar with what we call the ICM, or Incident Management, Incident Command structure.
Sir.
Yes,
sir.
And I know you're drilling that into not only staff, but our partner agencies that are out there at the EOC.
Absolutely.
Emergency Operations Center. We speak in acronyms.
Yeah,
so
we do. We're very good at acronyms. So yeah, no. So we do. We always want to make sure that we, as we're facing any type of threat, not just hurricanes, that we have a common operating picture, and that when we work together, we understand and we know what those priorities are. So by having those types of trainings, it just helps us be in a better place to be better prepared and collaborate better.
Absolutely. And speaking of training, I know, Commissioner, you went through the Citizens Academy, so you got, before you even got into office, got a firsthand look at the EOC, and we do a great tour out there with that class.
Here for 40 plus years, never seen an EOC before, and totally impressed with the way it's built and the technology that's in it and the ability that it has. Very good job.
Yeah.
Very good job.
And I've been fortunate enough now to be here 21 years. Okay, so I saw when that was built. I remember walking through it, and those that have been here a while, our old Emergency Operations Center was on Rock Road, which we still use that facility.
Yes.
It's houses a lot of our servers and things, but it's a third of the size of our operations center, which I remember now, again, that was 2009, I think we opened the EOC out there at the fairgrounds. Maybe even time for expansion, who knows, because it does feel cramped out there sometimes.
It is, and we're obviously, one of the things is to be proactive with the rapid population growth that we have here in the county. So that is one of the things that we're always looking at, being proactive. So that includes, staffing, so obviously augmentation of staffing, which creates additional space requirements. But I could tell you that I've gone throughout the entire nation in my previous roles, and we have one of the nicest emergency operations centers in the country.
Yeah. And it was built to be modular, like expand out. So
Yes,
I remember them talking about that. It's built with tilt wall construction, so Cat 5 allegedly can withstand. I don't want to test it, but we'll take their word for it. Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And Commissioner, as you have been here 40 years, you've seen storms then through the years.
Oh, yes. Yeah. My favorite, of course, like most people around here, is the old Francis and Jean in 2003 and 4.
Coming up on the 20th anniversary.
Back to back.
The winds are going to build to about 108 miles per hour by midnight. Between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the eye of the hurricane should go over the city of Fort Pierce. We're expecting a Category 3 hurricane. Category 4 is possible. We're anticipating sustained winds during the hurricane itself, 121 miles per hour. That's stronger than Francis was.
I remember going over to my mother's in Port Richey to get out of its way, and as we got out of its way, it's heading towards us, so I brought her back over to our coast after it went through us. So, oh yes. Yes.
And that's a good lesson. And Ron, I know that's something a lot of emergency management, one of the messaging has been the last couple of years, you're going to evacuate, go tens of miles, not hundreds of miles. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. And that's definitely one of the things that we always emphasize our residents and visitors, because it just makes it so much difficult for you to come to the reentry point. Plus, sometimes weather changes, so you want to make sure that if you do have to evacuate because you feel unsafe, that you still remain in the area somewhere safe. Obviously, you want to move away from the evacuation zones or flood-prone areas, but you do not need to go to Orlando or Georgia because storms that we have seen, multiple of those turn their course, and then now they're going into the area that you have evacuated, and now you're trying to come back and just creates more chaos, like I would say.
And we've seen people get stranded, gas stations run out of fuel on the highways. So, and it was a fight we had at my house. During the summer, don't let the gas tank get below half a tank. Always fill it up.
And that should be year round. I mean, it's not just, we tend to do that only in hurricane season, but it's all hazards, as we say it in the public safety emergency management side. You always want to keep that habit of, if it's half a tank, because you never know what other type of emergency that could affect our area.
Like you said, the first 10 days we had tornadoes, we've had severe hailstorms, wildfires. Luckily, I think we're out of the drought season now. The rain's starting to come, but it doesn't take much. I say this planet's trying to kill us between the sun and the rain and everything else. But
it is interesting.
Talking about the preparedness, though, I find myself even forgetting that as you see that storm coming, I got plenty of time. And then what you had just mentioned, just bring back all the memories of, the gas stations are closed.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody left because the hurricane's coming.
Sure.
Oh, I don't have enough propane.
Or water.
So, you need to prepare way in advance. You need to fill up your car, as you had mentioned, and your propane tanks. And if you are planning on leaving, I would definitely suggest leaving 3 days before the storm. Otherwise, you will be stuck in traffic. And if you don't have gas, you will be running out of gas. Not trying to put the scare tactics.
Sure.
Ron.
No, yes, sir. No, you're absolutely right. And again, the thing is, we always tell people, prepare. Prepare, have a plan, have an emergency plan, which ties into involve your family, including your kids. What are you going to do when that emergency comes our way? Make sure that are we going to meet, if we leave our separate ways, where are we going to be meeting? Are we going to go to a relative's house, a friend's house? And we always tell them we will open our shelters as necessary, but the shelter is a place of refuge of last resort. Or so we want to make sure that you may feel comfortable with friends or relatives, and then that's where you're going to travel if you have to travel tens of miles. But by having that plan, having an emergency kit, making sure that you have all the important numbers, that you have that supply that you need it. And sometimes we understand that the economy is a little tough, so you can build your kit at a time. So if you have, every week you buy something different, a gallon of water here,
couple
non-perishable food here and there. So that way, when it's time, you at least have, if not everything, pretty much everything that is critical to having that emergency kit and having important numbers. So preparedness, it starts at home. It's something that should be done year round, not just because June is approaching or is here now that we're going to go out and get stuff done, because you could run into that scenario where things are now out of stock.
Yeah. And one thing I know we try to get out at the beginning of hurricane season is now's the time to trim your trees, and don't wait until we're in that cone of uncertainty of 5 days and then have your tree trimmer guy come stack all that debris beside the road, because it might not get picked up. And I know they always say, it becomes projectiles, but I'm more worried about it clogging up the drains on my street and causing flooding. So
both projectiles and flooding, absolutely true. And it's one thing that, again, people don't think about until you're in the cone of silence. I better get that branch trimmed off that I've been looking at for the last 6 months. But yes, you need to get the trees trimmed. Now is a good time. You can't expect the garbage people to get everybody at once, especially when they have limited resources with the trees, especially if you're doing a large amount. So
sure, there are certain days where they have the big clam trucks, and there are 3 different service providers for garbage in St. Lucie County. So make sure you check with your municipality, figure out what days your pickups are, or who you need to contact if you have a bulk pickup. And the landfill always takes that stuff too, but I know not everybody has a truck to haul that down there. So
absolutely.
What are some other tips? Now, Commissioner, what about you? Is there any certain hurricane supplies you like having on, any snacks or anything like that you like?
My car with a full tank
of gas. I can relate to that as well.
Preparedness, I probably shouldn't say this on TV, but I'm going to anyway. I'm out at a 3. I was here when I believe it was Wilma came up through the west coast and up through the center of the state, and they expected it to die by the time it got over us, and it went from a 2 to a 3. I will never, ever be in a 3 again. Ever. Yeah. No, thank you. I was younger then, too. I was nailing doors shut. I was waiting for the roof to come off. It was not a fun scenario. Preparedness, though, the projectiles, and a lot of people living up north don't think about it. You've got your patio furniture out there. You've got your little potted tree,
plants, man.
Whatever it is. Anything that can be picked up needs to be stored inside or in secured areas to where it doesn't become a projectile.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree 100% with the commissioner. And also, I always encourage to make mention of our hurricane preparedness guide, because you're going to find everything that you need, tips on how to be better prepared on our disaster preparedness guide, which you can get at stlucieco.gov/EOC and download a copy. So it has how, trimming the trees, making sure that you have all the necessary steps, have taken the necessary steps to be prepared. Again, it's a year-round action. It's not just during hurricane season. So again, making sure that you have enough water. We say a gallon per person per day, 5 to 7 days nowadays. So you want to make sure that you have the same number of amount of food. You have batteries, that you have your medicine. If you have multiple prescriptions, you want to make sure that you have enough to go by. And also, we talk about humans, but we also, we look out after our pets. So we have animal safety division. So we always encourage, if you do the same for the humans, that you do the same preparedness for the pets. That if they have water, that they have enough food, that you could put everything in a bag or a bucket. That you have their medical records, a picture. You can go and get your pet microchip. So that way, in the event there's a storm and they get lost, that they're able to, we're able to help retrieve them quicker. So those are just some of the tips that people think of, the normal, but we always try to think outside the norm. Obviously, we have summertime, so there's always lightning storms and thunderstorms in the afternoon. We have our ocean rescue division, so they always say if you see that it's coming, make sure that you stay out of the water.
Yep.
Swim near a lifeguard station. So it's not just from the hurricane side, is daily public safety tips that we like to share, because that makes us stronger, safer, and more resilient as a county.
Absolutely. We'll come back to the lifeguard thing, but I did want to touch on the pet shelter. You mentioned, shelters are a place of last resort, but there are residents that may not have a place to go to. Maybe they don't have family.
Correct.
We do have a pet-friendly shelter, but you need to pre-register. It helps expedite that process.
It does. It really does. And we have now two pet-friendly shelters, one at Treasure Cove and the other one at Westwood. So that we have a north and south, but again, that does require pre-registration. Again, they can visit our website, stluciesco.gov/EOC to do that pre-registration, as well as a special medical needs shelter, which is done at the Fenn Center through our partnership with the Department of Health. We have the pre-registry as well, so that way we understand what's the expectation.
Yep.
But as it comes to shelters, we have ample shelters. We have a great partnership with St. Lucie County Public Schools, who runs our general population shelter and help us with the pet-friendly shelter, and then again with the Department of Health and the special needs shelter. So when it comes to shelters, we have primary and secondary shelters that, depending on the storm, that's how we open up. But we have 14 shelters in the event, and then we can add some more as needed. So we're always looking in conversations with the school district to make sure, okay, are we good? What do we need? So that is something that we do year round. So we're not just the hurricane people for emergency management. Like I always say, it's a year round coordination from all the divisions, the 5 divisions that encompass the public safety department. It's just to make sure that we're always in that forward posture and ready to respond as needed. So that is a coordination that we always have.
Yeah, I did want to touch on lifeguards because it is summertime and it is sea turtle nesting season. I know they do a great job of educating folks. Make sure if you're going to the beach, just pack everything back out with you. We don't want any debris left behind. Fill in your holes, because I've seen some stuff on social media about that too. You'd be surprised, a sea turtle this big, it takes a lot of them for them to get out of a 2-foot hole. They may not make it, and seagulls are going to get them. So we want to do everything we can. And I really we have 21 miles of beaches. We have 2 lifeguarded beaches. And I know, Ron, something you've been pushing for a while now to get additional lifeguarded beaches, because it is a long, but we always say swim at lifeguarded beaches. I'm surprised at the amount of headlines. There are sharks in the ocean. Yeah, that's where they live.
Correct.
So
correct.
The lifeguards, and we've been fortunate. There have been a couple, was it Volusia County or a couple of counties in the north of us had a few attacks.
Yep.
And a lot of that's really, I want to say, mistaken identity, right? There's bait fish in the evening. The sharks are doing their shark thing. They're not, it's not Jaws. They're not really going after people. They just happen to be in the wrong place at the right time.
Yeah.
And that's where our lifeguards, they're in the tower. They can look out, they can see. I mean, I've been there sometimes even at Pepper Park with full scuba gear, wetsuit, and the Ando said, you can't go in, Eric. I'm sweating. It's 98 degrees. I'm going to melt here. But wait 20 minutes and then we can get out and into the water.
Yeah,
so.
no, they do a great job. The team at Ocean Rescue, they're putting their lives at risk every single day, 365 days a year. They don't, there's no days off.
Yep.
But it's to ensure the safety and well-being of the beachgoers, because you can have rip currents. Is another big thing here in our county. So pretty much anything that we can do to prevent any harm, that's what they're there for. But always swim around a lifeguard station. If you're not feeling comfortable, don't go in. Yep. So it's just little safety tips that goes a long way in ensuring that you stay safe. That's what we want.
Absolutely.
And how many miles of beachfront do we have, or beach?
21
miles of beach.
21.
Yeah, so.
And one of the best ones, and I must say, one of the best ones in the entire state. So
I would agree with that.
I've even had outside travel. When I first started the county travel writers in, and we go down that stretch of Hudson Island, they're amazed at how much native vegetation is still there. And a lot of it is there's about 4,000 acres of mosquito impoundments. And fortunately or unfortunately, you got the nuclear power plant there, so there is a certain boundary around that is protected and never be built on or developed. So and we had 2 of our beach accesses are having renovations. John Brook or Frederick Douglass, which is our horseback riding beach.
Right.
They're doing a year-long project to upgrade that parking lot and the amenities there. And somebody was upset, and I said, yeah, but there are almost a beach access every mile down the road, whether you want a primitive unpaved parking, or somewhere like Waveland where you have lifeguards and restrooms and paved parking. So.
And Eric, if I may, and Commissioner, and you mentioned the nuclear power plant, we have our radiological emergency preparedness division that works hand in hand with Florida Power Light and Martin County and the other counties to make sure that we test the system, that we practice, we run drills. We have a drill, I think it's tomorrow. So we do everything, update the plans to ensure the safety and well-being, again, of the residents. And I've been there multiple times. It is one of the safest places that you can be. I know that there's that misconception of nuclear.
Sure.
But those folks do a great job to make sure that everything is safe and secure. And we do our part from the county standpoint, along with the other municipalities, to ensure that we have a coordinated collaboration effort in the event that we have to respond to an emergency there.
I know during storms, always whenever you have a storm, the first question is, what about the power plant? They power that down and take it offline before the storm even comes.
And the other thing too is we have a representative at our Emergency Operations Center from Florida Power and Light. So we have that person right face to face. I can go and talk to them and have a conversation in the event that there is something that raises concern. So that is part of the reason why we have that Emergency Operations Center, is to have those critical stakeholders in place so we can have a better and rapid coordination if we need to have that.
Yeah. But it is
2 things that you were talking about that sort of backing up a little bit. One, we were talking about the beaches and the amount of beach we have. In the commission meeting, the last one we had, they were actually talking about that and how the county took the initiative many years ago to purchase the beachfront for the public. And it's something that does set us apart from our southern neighbors that are full of high-rise condos and overpopulation. So I think the citizens of St. Lucie County do need to be aware of what we have done with that, and we are still continuing to buy land to keep the county green, even though we have all of this population coming in. And backing up a little bit more, when we were talking about the shelters, where can the constituents call to find out what the closest shelter is, where their dog shelter would be?
Absolutely. They can call our Public Safety Department main line, which is 772-462-8100, 462-8100. And we'll be more than happy if we need to mail you a copy of our preparedness guide.
if they're
or
not
we have to
online.
hand deliver it, we'll go hand deliver as well, or download it online. But they can call us, again, 462-8100. And they can register via phone as well if they don't have access to a computer, and we can do that for them.
And please do that before we become the cone of
uncertainty, as I like to say.
Yeah.
And we typically too, Ron knows, we whenever we get to almost even a level 2 partial activation, we begin to open our public information lines, and we put that number out there. And then we have a great partnership with a lot of the library staff, because other county facilities start closing early. Then those employees will then be shifted out to answer those phones.
And one of the things that we do too is, in preparation, let's talk, hurricane, tropical storm, is we look at that cone of uncertainty 5 days out. So we start with the minute we see that we're 5 days out, because we don't know whether it's going to be a direct hit, it's going to be 100 miles north or 100 miles south. We start our preparedness actions or response actions right there and right then, to make sure that we give our ample times. Obviously, shelter operations require some time to discuss it with the schools, the impact of closing the school,
Whether or
and
not
all
they're
that.
open,
So there's a lot of background stuff that we were talking behind the scenes to ensure that we have that coordinated effort, so we have shelter operations, that we have everything in place to better respond and serve the community.
Yeah, and then the last few years, we've been pushing all of our briefings out on Facebook and YouTube, and we try to get set times so residents know I can tune in at 4 or noon or whatever time, and it may change from storm to storm or time of day depending on what's going on. But those are always posted. You can go back and watch them. So if you leave the area, you still get the information.
And another thing we're doing that I want to point out is the hurricane preparedness guide. We're looking into working and getting it translated into Spanish and Haitian Creole. We understand that the population and the diversity, so we want to make sure that we're pushing that information, that everyone has access to how to be better prepared in Spanish and Haitian Creole.
And even with those briefings, we usually do a recap at the
Yes.
end in Spanish Creole, and we always have an American Sign Interpreter on contract there too, because the 2 years of Spanish I took from Miss Fritz isn't capable enough for me to translate that.
Tough, no.
And there is,
I
there's
can relate
software
to
that
that.
does it, but I don't trust AI. That's how Cyberdyne's going to take over one day. So trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Commissioner, anything else you want to mention before we wrap up the show, or we're coming into budget?
Yeah, we're coming into budget. Just want to let everybody know I am out there trying to count your pennies. We are expanding as a community, and just like any household or any business, anybody that has managed that type of situation, the county is no different. We need revenue to be able to expand. Hopefully one of these days we'll be filled up within our service boundaries, and we'll stop and just then continue to just maintain what we have. But right now we are increasing in growth. I have actually heard numbers. It used to be there's 1,000 people moving in. I heard a number 2 weeks ago. It's 2,400 people now moving into Florida. And I don't know if that's true, but either way, there are a lot of people moving into South Florida. It's the baby boomers coming down. We are expanding, and we're trying to keep up with growth, and it's hard to do. Hopefully we'll cut our millage rate and keep our taxes the same, if not lower them a few dollars. But we are not the only entity that has a tax burden upon the citizens. Port St. Lucie and Fort Pierce also have their own, along with the ad valorem taxes. So any questions on that out there, please feel free to give me a call. But I am trying to keep your taxes low and try to manage that growth.
And a level of service, yeah. And then the CDDs is another thing too. I had a resident the other day, and where I was going through his trim notice, and I said, yeah, but 25% of your total tax bill is put on there by the developer when you bought that place. That the board, no elected official controls that. So, and then I didn't realize that. It didn't help it go down any easier, but at least he knew it was nothing that, even if the board took away their lowered the millage rate completely, like you said, there are state, city, and as well as other taxing authorities.
Unlike a lot of the counties, in fact, I'm trying to remember, there's only 5 counties, I think, the entire nation that actually have their own fire district. And they control their own taxes. We have no input on that, and they maxed out. And they're doing a good job, don't get me wrong, but because of the growth, they've had to max out on their millage rate, which obviously is a burden on the taxpayers. But I'm getting ready to go to the groundbreaking ceremony tomorrow, because we need another station out in the Village Parkway area in the Southern Grove area. They've got, I believe, 2 other ones
in the works,
and that's part of that growing pains that we have. Think of that in schools.
Yep.
School system is the same way. They're in their own taxing district, and they're maxing themselves out. Plus, they have a half-cent tax, which brought us up to 6.5, and then of course the infrastructure brought us up to 7. So we're trying to keep up with the growth, but it's like anything else. If you've been in a business, it's hard to keep up.
And like you said too, the cost of things have gone up. When we plan 5 years in a row to build a facility and say $25 million, and when you get to that time, by the time you get the permitting and everything else done, that $25 million is probably 35 now. For the cost of that material. So we're trying to get a better handle on it. But like you said, we have lowered the millage rate the last 4 years.
4 years in a row.
And hopefully another 5th. And
kept the county taxes virtually where they are with the homesteaded people. Unfortunately, the non-homesteaded people had to endure the raising housing costs.
Yep.
But it is their second home, so.
Yeah, no. Ron, what about you from a public safety standpoint moving forward? Is there anything we didn't get to mention? Or?
No, just always be prepared. Have a plan, have a kid. Make sure that you get our information visiting our website, sanlucico.gov/EOC, so you can get the Hurricane Preparedness Guide. Again, call us at 772-462-8100, 462-8100, and to pre-register for shelters. And again, preparedness starts at home.
Yeah.
Once you get better prepared, it'll help us in the response phase. To not put our first responders at risk, because people may not be fully prepared. And again, by doing that together, we can make St. Lucie County safer, stronger, and more resilient. So.
Yeah, and I like that too. Turn into your local media outlets. I know my families up in North Carolina. The Weather Channel said you guys are underwater. No, that's Lauderdale. We're okay.
Right,
you know,
right.
My mother called the same thing.
Did you? Yeah, moms care. You know?
Absolutely.
It's good to know. But
local officials will have the best information. Obviously, like you said earlier,
Yeah.
we provide briefings, twice. If we have to do more, depending on the scenario, we'll do that. We're going to give you the best information.
Exactly.
So we definitely encourage our residents to pay attention to local officials and the media, local media, that have that information, that link with us to be able to give them the better information.
And it's not fear mongering. It's really, we want you guys to be prepared. That's it.
Absolutely.
Education is the key.
Absolutely. And I've had people, we're going to tell me when I need to put up my shutters. That's up to you. You know,
It is. We get that question all the time. It's like, that
It's
is
up to
something.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you're like me, I'm doing it at 11 o'clock at night with a headlamp on because I'm still trying to do my
Don't
work
do that.
stuff.
Don't do
I
that.
know. Well, my wife always wants me to be the first, but I never want to be the first on my street. And I know but I'm usually the last because I'm tied up with work. But again, it's a good reminder. I think when we first moved in our house, we were in there just a few years when we had Francis and Jean. That's how I got to know my neighbors, right? Go check on your neighbors. If you have some elderly folks that have trouble getting their shutters up, if you have the time, give them a hand, right?
Absolutely.
If you got extra
Absolutely.
ice, luckily my neighbor on my street had an ice machine and he made ice for the whole neighborhood. We had hooked one generator up to run ice for everybody on the street. So it's an unfortunate time to go through a hurricane, but it's a great time to get to know you and help out your community and your neighbors.
And that's absolutely true. I didn't think of that, but even back in 2003, our entire block came together. And it's the same thing when one's coming our way. It's like, hey, can I help you put your shutters up? It does bring the community together. Unfortunately,
Many hands make light work. But we did the same thing. We had stuff in the freezer to get it rid of. Let's have a little block party and get rid of it. So.
Absolutely.
So let's not hope we have to do that, but if we do, it is good to get to know your neighbors. So thank you both for coming on the show today. All right.
Appreciate it.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with some more projects being done by our Public Works Department.
St. Lucie County residents continue to reap the benefits of the 2018 voter-approved half-cent sales tax initiative. The Canal 102 culvert replacement at Selvets Road project was recently completed. A 60-inch corrugated metal pipe was replaced with an 84-inch reinforced concrete pipe. The pipe is extended to provide an unpaved shoulder with concrete mitered end sections. The project also removed and replaced 24-inch side drains. The local Citizen Oversight Committee ensures money is spent only on approved road, sidewalk, and water quality projects. And over $10 million has come from non-St. Lucie County residents. For more information, visit slchalfcent.org.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Inside St. Lucie. We hope you'll tune in again next month. If you have topics or subjects you'd like to see covered here on the program related to St. Lucie County government, give us a call at 772-462-1791 or send us an email at pio@stlucieco.org. And if you'd like to see previously aired episodes of this or other SLC TV programs, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stluciegov. I'm Eric Gill for myself and the staff. Thanks for watching.